Yo, Lenford was so funny, me
Yo,
dog.
the man of my some pod boy. Some pod man.
Yeah, and the Podical you them you attack.
Them same one me attack. Them pa Googles,
Yeah.
iTunes,
Yeah.
Stitcher,
Yeah.
and SoundCloud.
A true man.
Them matter news, politics, entertainment, and sports.
With not your average Joseph and so fucking marvelous.
Yeah, man, the thing sell off.
Them the
You don't touch another
YouTube.
man's mic unless you live on Church Street. Just saying that.
Well, fix yourself. Fix up yourself, bro. Fix up yourself. I think you're good now.
Okay. You mic watching over here. Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world because neither one of us have law degrees. I am Marvelous, a.k.a. I hold my own mic. And you are?
Not your average Joseph, the funky technician.
And the mic toucher. We are the Podical Sons. Let's start the damn show. What's up, man? How you feeling today?
I'm good. It's few more days before I actually go back to work, so I've just been trying to soak it all in. Yesterday was Yesterday was a nice day. So we got the patio furniture shipped in from the furniture store, set that up, took a couple of shots outside, and then that was it, man. I still haven't got my barbecue yet, so I was kind of jealous because I was just watching everybody else behind me barbecuing their shit. And
I realized
I'm at the stove still.
I was talking to somebody and stuff, and they were just saying that this Victoria Day weekend is normally like a Canadian unofficial kickoff to summer.
Yes.
So, and I guess that's why the barbecue grills and everything else and the lawn stuff will kind of get done around this time. Because if it was non-COVID time, just to be a regular barbecue type of
100%.
weekend.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. But now we have to like limit everything. I think you still social distance in a barbecue. Depends on how big your area is.
Yeah.
Because you can't barbecue on a balcony. You barbecue on the balcony, you just don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I mean, you get your George Foreman grill. I mean, they got those kind
That's barbecue?
Listen, some people got when I say George Foreman grill, I don't mean the actual George Foreman grill, but they got that size grill where you just sit up on a tabletop and you go at it. So a lot of people got that on their balconies.
Is that barbecue?
You slap sauce on it, you get the grill marks as barbecue.
Is that what we running with? Is that what makes it official barbecue?
That's what's making it for them.
I was about to say, that's some bullshit right there, because I can just throw some grill marks and stuff on something. No, I see somebody make some bootleg hibachi, some Benihana and stuff, whatever, on their flat surface type of burners.
Yeah.
They turn on all four and they're trying to stir fry the bitch and stuff with her. I'm like, y'all fucking nasty. I just need a salmonella disinfectant. But I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. And then they looked at it and said, Benihana, I don't need you no more during quarantine. I got this. Nasty bastards. But yeah. No, everything's all good. I want to say like this May thing. I'm kind of glad for y'all to kind of go back into action. A good portion of people. Yeah. To go back into action and stuff and everything. I'm not a fan of you fuckers joining the road for traffic. Because traffic was brilliant. Any first line essential
traffic
workers
was nice.
for the fact that traffic was absolutely immaculate.
Was nice.
Especially
I'm
in the
not even gonna lie. The times that I did get to do a little shopping here and there. Typically if I'm leaving from my spot to go downtown during hours what we would consider rush hour, it's gonna take a few. But I've been cruising the streets anytime I've been lucky to get out there. So I'm not looking forward to having to have traffic when I get
back in the game. Yeah, man. All right. Let's graze on the question real quick. Whatever. One of the questions we had for the week was, is it inappropriate for you to have a man crush Monday or a woman crush Wednesday in a relationship? What's your take on that?
I would say no. I don't think it's inappropriate.
You don't think it's not inappropriate?
I don't think it's inappropriate.
You don't. So you're okay with it?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, a lot of times it's a fantasy thing more than anything else, right? I don't.
But what if you don't know them? So let's say, for example, your wife post up some guy named Chocolate Thunder, and he might be a local stripper and stuff, and you don't even know.
But I know my wife. And if she's posing anybody,
Do you now?
if I'm posing anybody, it'd be a Denzel Washington. I know who she thinks hot, who she thinks hot from who she doesn't think is hot.
I don't know though. I mean, like, you know, she might just think, yeah, Denzel is okay on this level, and like she might dig Chocolate Thunder on another level.
She might dig Chocolate Thunder on another level, but it just still might just be a fantasy. I'm the real deal, man. I'm the real deal, Marv. I don't know what else to tell you.
I ain't fucking with it. Don't disrespect me. Yo.
Listen. Whoever you find in your life or whoever you're going to date within the next pre-COVID times from now, or sorry, post-COVID times from now.
Thank you, kind
right?
sir. Yeah.
They're gonna have to get over the fact that you like big booties and a smile in your frequent twerk videos. No?
Yeah, but
then what difference is that from a man crush Monday?
But I'm not posting it though. I think it takes more energy to post that shit. Like if you say like, all right, you could have posted anything. You could have posted a gospel quote. You could have posted a fucking recipe. But you decided to post this person who probably don't even know you exist and say, this is my man crush, my woman crush Wednesday.
So she posts her woman crush Wednesday or man crush Monday, right? Versus you scrolling through your timeline and tapping every twerk video that you see. How much effort is in what?
Tapping every twerk video. First of all, not every twerk video gets a like.
Not every twerk video
gets a like. Because if they do like a little basic...
Out of the portions of the twerk video that you got on your feed.
70% gets a like. 70%. There's 30% you're looking like...
70% effort.
30% is like, why'd you wear those panties? Like, why did you wear those booty shorts? Why did you just throw on a straight thong? And, you know, like... Visuals and everything.
She gonna have to accept your twerk tapping.
But she don't know because Instagram, my Instagram, the way how my Instagram is, my Instagram is run by my Jesus.
Right.
And they don't show my likes to everybody else who I follow.
I see.
But everybody can see this damn post. Unless you block that person. So this is what I'm saying. Like, it's too much.
Well, most of the time it's either gonna be like an actor or somebody famous, or they're posting their boo. You don't really see somebody is in a committed relationship posting Jamal the stripper. Because at least I don't know of that happening. I've never seen it happen on my feed.
How do you know?
I got this one girl on my feed.
Mm-hmm.
Every man crush Monday, it's Chris Brown. Every image of Chris Brown.
Always Chris Breezy?
Always Chris Breezy.
Okay.
Nobody else.
Right.
Right? That's her man crush Monday. She probably think to herself, maybe some way, somehow, I might wish this into fruition. But she probably knows that it may never happen. It's a fantasy for someone.
Chris Brown, well, the 6 degrees separation.
There is 6 degrees of separation.
Chris Brown did a song with Drake. Drake's from Toronto. Chris Brown will come here do a Drake thing.
She might happen to go to that place. She aligns herself like the stars.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
it's good.
Anything is possible. If I was her man, I'd be like, all right, yeah. So it was cute before me. Dead that now. Because if in any case and stuff, what I would look like, all right, is there something about me that you don't like what I do now? I don't like you like all those twerking videos. Cool. I won't follow the strippers and the twerkers directly. I'll just follow the stripper and twerking groups. So therefore, it won't pop up that much in my feed.
Okay.
So therefore, it might be inspirational quote, Buddhist quote, comedy, cheeks clapping, back to comedy, a little bit of cheeks clapping.
All right.
Well, now it's just like cheeks. Let me see.
What if her man crush Monday?
Right.
Is Alvin Williams.
No cheeks. See, Yee has no faith in me. And if her man crush is Monday, it's
Alvin Williams.
If it's okay, it's cheeks.
Yeah, it's cheeks.
It was the third one. Tattoos. See, it's not that bad. I'm not a terrorist like you think. See? The kicks.
Marv. Run a Sunday. They're hardly on demon time on a Sunday.
Look at you. You're right. You're
so
right.
don't be boasting about your feed right now.
If her man crush Monday was
your girl, you had your girl and her man crush Monday.
I can let it slide.
Alvin Williams.
I can let it slide.
Could he look like you?
Correct. Correct. Because that means like, you know.
But he's not you.
No, but I'm her type, nigga. I'm her type. That's it. I know for a fact. I'm her type.
You're her type. Okay.
It's like, yo, one day, this one chick said this stuff about my ex-girl, whatever, right? She said about my ex. She said, she pointed out to, like, I'm like, yo, who was her friend? She showed me some photos. I'm like, who's your friend? She looked cute.
Yeah.
And she's like, she kissed the teacher. She looked like your wife. So I was like,
what's wrong with that?
That's my type, nigga. That's my type.
What's wrong with that?
So at the end of the day, where we go with this, like, yeah, if you have a type, you have a specific type and all the above, or if it favors your significant other,
yeah,
cool. But let not just make this thing constant. Because it'd be like, you're only with me because you can't get to said person. You know, I ain't second string. Yo, I'm starting 5. Yo, I better be MVP All-Star. Mm-hmm. Don't put me in stuff like, oh, because I couldn't get such and such. That's what it was. I remember I talked to a girl one time. I had a thing for Tweet. Oops, oh my. And the girl looked like Tweet. And I said, you know what? I might never, ever get a chance to have sex with Tweet.
But I
have
I
have a higher possibility. So that's what I'm saying. So
I can win.
I was like, yo, that's it. That's it.
No.
All right, man. Let's get to some other shit on the talk. Top of the roster and stuff for them. Let's talk about round of applause for the ladies, man. Let's talk about round of applause for the ladies. Especially they still killing and stuff, whatever, for this versus battle and everything. Versus battle last night was friggin' disgusting. My stomach hurt. Fucking Nelly.
How are we for now for versus battle? Are we, what is it? 3 for...
What, you want to say 3 for 3? I call...
3 for 5? How many versus battles have there been so far?
How many versus battles?
Yeah.
Tim.
Right.
Scott.
All right.
Scott and Manny. RZA and Premier.
All right.
Then
Babyface.
You have before the Babyface, you had Lil Jon and T-Pain. Babyface. Then you had the Jill.
And then we're not considering the Boy Wonder and Hit Boy, because that was not a verse.
That was not a verse. That was not official. Right. That was just a thing. It's like the Sean Garrett thing.
Right.
The Sean Garrett and
The Dream.
And yeah, that wasn't official.
That wasn't official either.
Okay. That wasn't official. So I mean, I look at it and stuff with them like a round of applause for the ladies because the views, man, those views, you can't beat that on a live. To get 725,000 people and stuff to view the same thing at the same damn time.
That's insane.
That's a hand clap and stuff, whatever. I'm like, yo, I called it ladies' night and stuff prior. I think one of our followers and stuff said something, whatever. I'm like, yo, ladies' night is legit.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? But I want to say they set a precedent now of like the best it can be, and then we seen like the worst it can be and stuff, whatever. From the views. From the view standpoint. View standpoint and stuff, whatever, right? So 725K and stuff, whatever, that's big.
Oh, yeah.
That's big. So you know for a fact and stuff, whatever. If you're to follow up after that, whatever, minimum should be like maybe 500K.
Right.
Nelly and Luda went at it and stuff, whatever, last night. For those hearing this, it'll be on a Tuesday. We record on a Sunday. But, I mean, Nelly and all that fucking money and stuff and everything from the Jordan endorsements to the Air Force One's endorsements to owning a Charlotte Bobcat, can't afford a real decent, solid fucking internet connection.
No. It could have been the bad weather that was happening in St. Louis.
Okay.
You said there was bad weather in St. Louis.
Yeah. And I also said that Lexus helicopter coming next week.
We don't want to shit on him totally. Maybe, quite a few people in his area. Maybe we should poll his area, see if they had good Wi-Fi connection. And Nelly was just...
There's probably one nigga like, nah, nigga, I live next door. My shit's smooth over here. Telling people get off your Wi-Fi, yo.
I was knocking on Nelly's window, told him come over, use my shit.
Yo, Nelly's shit was garbage. And I was looking forward to the Luda thing because I want to say I'm a massive Luda fan over Nelly.
Right.
So I already had Luda and stuff with her to just take that and sweep that and stuff with her because I want to say Luda has those much party hits. And I'm saying Nelly has those pop hits.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I want to say it was going to be in a realm of stuff where we're like, if you're a diehard Nelly fan, you're jumping and applauding and stuff, whatever. But if you're a Luda fun or a party person, you're winning. Because Luda just had to end with "Move, bitch, get out the way."
I mean, as much as we look at it as Nelly being probably more or bigger in the pop world, and Luda being more of what we would consider a lyricist, punchline type of MC king that just rides rough, rugged, and raw beats.
Mm.
The two we know the two of them both have club bangers. Like, you're gonna hear their shit in the club at their peak prime and be like, yo, it's gonna move you. Even if you're not a Nelly fan, Nelly has club joints that you're in the club, you got yourself a little drink on your hand, you're on the dance floor, you see everybody, you moving, right? And that's what it is with like really good music. So Nelly at the end of the day, when Versus is saying to themselves, they're putting up so-and-so against so-and-so, and it's about of 20 hits.
Right.
That's what I really try and focus on. If I can think of, okay, from each artist's perspective, whether I like that artist or not, have they put out 20 hits where I can say, yo, I didn't like that artist, but this shit was hot. This shit was banger. And even I had to admit to it, dance to it, like it, so-and-so. Right. So Luda, to me, I think is a better rapper. Right? Luda, to me, is more my style of when I like to listen to hip-hop. Right? But then, like I said, again, I'll never discredit the hits that Nelly's had.
You can't. I mean, Nelly went diamond.
Yeah.
Nelly went diamond.
Well, there you go.
Only selected few rappers went diamond. Whatever,
so you can never really discredit what Nelly has done and what Nelly has brought to the game. But now, if you're saying now, we're going past 20 hits, right? Who's probably made more memorable songs, or you know what I mean? Then
I think that's all it is. It's who has more memorable songs. Right? Yeah. In catalog wise, that's it. Period.
Yeah. Then Luda's gonna win out, and then you even look at, again, because I made the argument for the battle between Premier and RZA. Like, yeah, they'll have 20 joints that you'll know, but as far as the catalog is concerned, you know what I mean, DJ Premier is just gonna be far ahead of him, because from the time he started till now, he's still producing.
Right.
Where, you know what I mean, you're looking at RZA is just that Wu-Tang period, that Wu-Tang era, and whatever MCs they inspired or birthed during that run. You know what I mean? He might have had a piece of that.
I disagree, because I want to say even the Kanye shit, Kanye didn't come up in Wu-Tang era time. And for like My Dark Twisted Fantasy, remember he did I'm So Appalled.
Right.
Right? Yeah. So I mean, that's, if you look at from the last time Wu-Tang had like, let's say a major hit, like, let's say Gravel Pit or Triumph Time and stuff like that. That's like late 90s, early 2000s.
Right.
And My Dark Twisted Fantasy came out in 2010.
Yes.
So that's like even a decade way after and stuff, whatever, right? But as I'm saying, like, he didn't spawn Kanye, like RZA style and stuff, whatever, but it's just he's still doing things, but it's just what's memorable, like you said.
Right, exactly.
What's memorable.
Exactly, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because if somebody hears something and stuff, whatever, and they're like, oh, shit, and it hits you back in the feels and it gives you that nostalgic feeling and stuff, whatever, you in it. That's what I'm saying. The ladies, they did that. And that whole Jill Scott and Erica thing, whatever, you heard Bad Lady and stuff, whatever, you know, if you're a hip-hop head, you'll think of Dr. Dre, Explosive. And if you're not, and you're just an Erykah Badu fan and stuff, whatever, Bad Lady is just, you probably just snapping your fingers with your eyes, because, you know, chicks like, ooh, girl! You know, one of them moves and shit.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, like, instead of memorable type of hits.
And I think even when I look at, like, a Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, and just how they're able to pull so many as far as record numbers is, they're in an era of like just like the same hip hop that we grew up and respected on. So like the, you know, mid to late 90s rolling into the early 2000s, where you had that, you know what I mean, you balanced it. You kind of balanced it, because the R&B back then was more of, you know what I mean, the neo soul type R&B kicking, right? And then you had like the hip hop that was more of the traditional boom bap type of deal, right? And well, I mean, it's not like it doesn't happen now. Obviously the two of them, when the two of them cross paths, you know what I mean, it just made for some magical moments, right? So you look at that, and then you look at the type of audience, right? You'll say, well, from an R&B standpoint, you had a whole bunch of females and males who knew who these people were and just dig that music, whether you were in the culture or whether you were outside the culture, because some of the tracks actually transcended just the genre itself.
Right.
Whereas a lot of the hip hop music back then, right? You're probably gonna be what we listen to. You're probably gonna be a hardcore hip hop fan because it wasn't really. I mean, it was mainstream, but it's not mainstream like how it is right now today, right? So when you say you're gonna listen to a Nelly and a Ludacris, they'll have fans, but they're not gonna have fans to the extent what I think like a Jill Scott and an Eric.
No, I'm not saying that, but I never said that. But my thing and stuff is that it's just about the numbers.
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's what I'm going to.
Men lie, women lie, numbers
That's
don't.
what I'm going to. So when they have those amount of fans, and you can almost see to yourself, okay, certain people who probably wouldn't necessarily just follow verses or tune into verses because they're so much of a diehard fan of these young ladies.
Right.
People are just probably creating IG channels for the first time just so they can watch this. You know what I mean? Versus where some people who don't.
But that's the same for all of them, though, too.
But then you have some people who don't know who these are, and just because Versus is a brand, they're tuning in. You know what I mean? Just they don't even care who it is.
But it's not on the Versus thing, though, right?
No, but what I'm saying, they're setting it up and saying because they're a fan of Versus, they know what's going on. They're saying, okay, you know what? I'm gonna follow these people, even though I don't know who they may be.
Right.
I'm gonna follow them because I want to see why they are versing each other or why they should be versing each other. You know what I mean? You'll have a lot of those, but then you'll have like when everybody heard like Jill Scott and Erykah Badu was going at it, they were like, "Oh shit!" I think that spread just amongst people who weren't even interested in Instagram itself. You know what I mean? Just like it actually transcended Versus, transcended platform, the platform in itself, and it just went into the realm of people who actually just loved those artists for who they were, and. If that, I don't know necessarily if that'll happen. I'm trying to think. Who would you think as an artist and other artists that would happen for? Puffy would be one of them.
Yeah, but
if you heard Puffy,
you have to have crossover hits.
Yeah,
you just have to have crossover hits.
So if you heard Puffy was, going to be on a Versus, right?
Yeah, but
a lot of people who don't have, don't have, the interest in this.
Puff would be a mogul, right? So when you're a mogul status and stuff, whatever, you have crossover. You're in a crossover kind of realm.
Okay.
When you're in a crossover kind of realm and stuff, that's when it can work. Jill Scott's an actress and everything like that. Erykah Badu's known for her wild antics and all the above and everything like that. So even if you don't know Erykah through her music, they explain and then, they're like, oh, she's been a musician before. She makes incense that smell like her cooch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's certain type of things of Jill Scott. She was in that Tyler Perry movie. There's certain things that when they kind of cross over to another realm, then that be that.
Right.
You could be a Ludacris fan. You couldn't be a Luda hardcore fan, but then if you watch Fast and Furious, he was always there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, you still have to crossover peoples and stuff in a Luda world.
Right.
You may not too much in the Nelly world, because Nelly probably played in like 2 or 3 flicks, but Luda's in that franchise. By the way, Fast and Furious is still a shit franchise to me. It's still a shit franchise to me. The main thing, we do this for family, and the driving doing some impossible shit that don't work with the laws of physics.
Right.
Bullshit. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the people are still okay to come and stuff for them. I'm not expecting anything less after the Jill Scott thing, anything less than $500K. Me.
And okay, so are you basing it off the artists that they're now going to get to go at each other, or just how the platform has now built a representation for itself?
As it's grown. The way I was growing and stuff like that.
But then if you look at it from that point, then Nelly and Ludacris should have got more numbers. Are you thinking it's the technical aspect?
I left because of technical aspect.
Right.
I left and came back for technical aspect and stuff, whatever.
Right.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. So that's my thing. My thing is stuff is like, yo, get your shit together. But as I said, I'm focused on the ladies. Shout out to the ladies, salute to the ladies and stuff, whatever, for doing their ones and twos and everything like that. How big head, not them big head, but big wig women like this can get shit done and do a superb job. Ladies first. Same thing with Meg Thee Stallion and Beyonce for the Savage remix.
Right.
Same thing with Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj for their remix, for the Say So, remix. You know what I'm saying? That track is kind of different because I even had to get verification and stuff, whatever. Y'all know I came and stuff, whatever. Like, Nicki Minaj admitted to having ass shots. And that's why I was like, did I just hear that? And then even at the end of the track, when she jumped back on the end of the track and stuff, whatever, she's like, don't worry about if your relationship is, don't worry about if my ass is fake, just know that your relationship is fake. I was like, and let the church say amen. So now we have a new Nicki Minaj openly admitting the stuff that she has ass shots.
Yeah, well, I mean,
no.
It's not like we didn't. It's not like we didn't already think that. So alleged. But we were all thinking it.
We were thinking it, but was it confirmed?
Yeah, but now that she's confirmed, it's not like everybody's like, like it's any new revelation. Like, okay, bitch, now you letting us know you got the ass shots.
I'm in between. See, I don't work in the realm of stuff of like, I knew when, and it wasn't true and stuff like that, whatever. See, people like y'all get people indicted on some charges and stuff for no goddamn reason. I wish this is confirmed.
I don't know. Once I see pictures from you going from no titties to titties, no ass to ass, in the shortest amount of possible time that could possibly you physically didn't grow that shit. Come on.
The tits, yeah, but the tits was never really the question of the debate. It was the ass. The ass, McDonald's and squats, birth control shots. There's a lot of reasons why some chicks get ass now. My line?
There is, but there's a lot of chicks who wish they had ass and can't achieve ass.
Because they're not eating.
And they get it.
Not enough McDonald's, baby. McDonald's and squats. Ladies, McDonald's and squats. If you need help, I can teach you in the class. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, when it came down to it, I'm like, yo, I'm a fan. And I like the fact that when Meg, she said that her mom was a fan of Beyonce and she's a fan of Beyonce, for Beyonce to come up to her track, that's big. There's no ego right there for those amigos. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then for Nicki Minaj to acknowledge Doja Cat, because, you know, Nicki Minaj didn't acknowledge Cardi B, that was big, too.
Okay.
I dig that and stuff, that whole aspect and stuff for that. So I was a fan of stuff for that. We're trying to stand together as a united front, especially when it comes to women. Because, you know, women, they get kind of catty. I don't mean to be sexist, but, like, is there room for enough women to sit at the top together? Especially in the music industry.
Is there room for women to be able to sit at the top together?
Yeah. Or is it just like Highlander? In the end, there can only be one.
But I mean, there's never really one, right? I mean, there's always going to be, I think there's always going to be a 1 and 2. I don't ever see there being a 1 and 1. But I mean,
what do you mean 1 and 2? What does that mean?
For me, someone always has to play second fiddle to somebody else. But for me, I don't just see that in like the female realm. I see that also in the male realm.
Right.
And it's just how I view hip hop. Like, for me, hip hop's always been a competition. It's always one-upmanship. Who's the better lyricist? Who's the better this? Who's the better that? It's like it's built on competition. So you may have and it's funny that you ask this question and you ask it with if women can can coexist at the top. My friend Mrs. J, shout out to Mrs. J. She posted on her Instagram, who's the better rapper between Big Daddy Kane and Rakim, right? Two of one of my favorite MCs in an era where it was just you were known for your lyrics and nothing else, right? And
that's old people talk. Continue.
Well, you were known for your lyrics and nothing else. That was the era. And so what I said was Big Daddy Kane, I don't think anybody could touch him on up-tempo beats. Like, I think when I listen to Raw, when I listen to the rap of Kane, what he's saying in those songs. And then when it comes to like more slow tempo beats, I don't think nobody in that era, not to say nobody can with the two of them, but if I'm looking at the two of them as comparison, when it came to slow tempo beats, I don't think, Kane could hold a candle to Rakim.
Right.
So it's always, but as much as I like them both, it's always like who's gonna be number one or number two. It's always been an argument in hip hop.
But it's not.
There's never been like a number one and number one. Somebody's always looking to place. Someone's always put in a position where they're playing second fiddle.
That's subjective though.
It is going to be subjective.
That's subjective and stuff for that, and that's fine.
Right.
But my thing and stuff is that is there room and stuff whatever for like multiple, because I want to say, even if you take away from the hip hop aspect and stuff, whatever.
Right.
There's a problem with Beyonce sitting up there. There's a problem with Mary J. Blige sitting up there. There's a problem with Mariah Carey sitting up there. And those are three quote unquote divas.
Yeah.
Why is there a problem for that? And that's not even that R&B is not even a competition's got to play.
But I look at it as even let's take it out of R&B and let's go into the realm of boy bands.
Okay.
Right? Remember when boy bands was a thing, right?
Yeah.
They always would pit boy bands against each other. They would never say, okay, let's let these two boy bands share the spotlight. They would say no. And In Excess is better than the Backstreet Boys. Or you know what I mean?
Who the fuck is the In Excess?
Not In Excess stuff. In Excess is a group.
NSYNC?
NSYNC, sorry. Yeah. I'm old age.
We know. Big Daddy Kane.
NSYNC, right?
Yeah.
Is better than the Backstreet Boys. So you know what I mean? It's even within like that genre.
But there was still tons of groups and stuff that are in that time frame and stuff for that. But that's what I'm saying.
Still, and I'm looking at it, that aspect is someone's always looked to be playing second fiddle to somebody else.
But I think the second fiddle thing is stuff because you're discrediting the rest of them. And I'm
not discrediting the rest of them.
So how could you say there's only these two when the other ones and stuff are there working and stuff and doing their thing?
The other ones are working. The other ones are there. The other ones are doing their thing, right?
Right.
But when it comes to the realm of, when it comes to the boy band group, right? Mm-hmm. Or when it comes to the R&B diva, or when it comes to the hip hop king of wherever.
Yeah.
Who do you put on that? Who do you put in that pedestal? Who do you put on that thing? Because there's only one pedestal. You're not gonna have a 1A and a 1B. You're gonna have a 1 and a 2.
That's what I'm saying. I'm different. In my realm, there's like 5. I believe in top 5. My thing is top 5 because the same thing.
But within your top 5,
right?
Who's number 1?
I don't have a number 1.
You don't have a number 1. It's just top 5 across the board.
Yeah, because my thing and stuff is that like, this time like I'm a J head.
Right.
I'm a Jadakiss dude. I'm a Fabulous dude.
Right.
I'm a Nas kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there's times stuff whatever where I feel like these guys will outdo each other on different things. Like, all right, Big Daddy Kane. We'll kick it Big Daddy Kane style.
Right.
Big Daddy Kane has that song Young, Gifted, and Black. Mm-hmm. Jay-Z has a freestyle of Young, Gifted, and Black.
Right.
It doesn't hold a flame to Jadakiss's Young, Gifted, and Black.
Right.
And so my thing and stuff is that when it comes down to it and stuff whatever, there's times stuff where that like a J catalog will smash a Jadakiss catalog, but at the same time and stuff whatever, they're in like different aspects and stuff of that world. They're just still in my top 5.
Right.
Boy bands.
Right.
Backstreet Boys, they have their hits and stuff. Everybody, they have that. NSYNC. My favorite NSYNC song is still Gone. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then, what about 98 Degrees, man? I do cherish you. That song was a hit. That was a wedding song.
It was a hit. It's a wedding song.
Forgot and shitted on 98 Degrees.
It's not the fact that I forgot and shitted on, but the fact of the matter is, if someone's gonna say, okay, we're looking at the top boy bands, how many people are gonna say 98 Degrees?
A few, because Nick Lachey is still a present.
Yeah, but
he was just on Love Is Blind.
Out of the 3, out of the 3 that we just mentioned, where's 98 Degrees gonna fall? They're not. He's not. They're not gonna hold. No one is gonna put them up to hold a candle against NSYNC or Backstreet Boys. As good as that group was,
and that's what I'm saying. It's subjective. That's the thing. It's subjective. Because I'm saying that's to you, because there's tons of people and stuff like, I'm not a Jay-Z fan.
Right.
I'm not a Jadakiss fan.
Right.
I'm a Snoop Dogg fan.
Yeah.
Or they're whatever kind of fan. And that's what I'm saying. And so your top 2 won't even be irrelevant to them.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's subjective. Why they just can't all stand on a platform and stuff, whatever. It's just like say top 10 or top 5. Or like Mount Rushmore status.
I think people are always gonna have I think they're always gonna have a favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I
You're
think
gonna have a favorite.
I think
that's what makes it subjective.
I think that's what it is. You're gonna have a favorite, and then the argument is gonna be like, well, you have your favorite, and I have my favorite, and then you're all in your head. You're always gonna try to justify why your favorite is your favorite over somebody else's favorite.
Correct.
And I think that's what kind of puts this whole competition thing to the forefront.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, like I said, the action speaks for itself, whatever. But the ladies and stuff, whatever, most of the time, women and stuff, they kind of get clash and stuff, whatever. So that's what I'm saying. Like when Nicki came out, Lil Kim had a problem with Nicki.
Yeah.
And Nicki did that whole, one of my favorite fucking posters, that hardcore, with the cheetah, with the fat cooch.
Right.
When Lil Kim had the pose, I was like, okay, Kim, fat cat. And then Nicki did one, and Nicki said she did it to pay homage to Kim.
She did it to pay homage to Kim, right? But okay, let's just jump back to Nicki.
Okay.
I mean, let's jump back to Little Kim,
okay.
right? During Little Kim's prime,
mm-hmm.
we had Foxy Brown. And even back then, they were pitting the two against each other.
So name other rappers and stuff for her. Because I only know 3 rappers and stuff for her when they were going at it and stuff for her. Them and The Brat.
The Brat. I think Rod Digger had a couple.
Rod Digger came out in 99.
She came out in 99?
That's because Cha 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 came out late 99 thing. And then Dirty Harriet dropped in 2000.
Okay.
And Kim and them was like 95, 96. Because when Jay came out and stuff, he came with Foxy.
So it'd be, okay, so you're right. It's okay. So it would be in that era, right? Mm-hmm. You would have, was Latifah still active there, or was she moving into the acting?
She moved to the acting because Set It Off came out 94, 95.
Set It Off came around 94, 95. Because I would say probably maybe Latifah might have been in that realm. Yeah, I can't really think of,
and that's what I'm saying.
I can't really think of.
You got to look at the stuff for her. Who's on the ball court and stuff for her at that time.
Right.
If Jordan is retiring and stuff, whatever, and then you enter LeBron and stuff, whatever, coming onto the court and everything, because Jordan last touched the court in 2001, 2002, and LeBron came in 2003. That's not really the same time. It's close, but it's not really the same time.
But Foxy and Little Kim were during the same
on the same time, and that's what I'm saying. And the Brat was doing her thing and stuff, whatever, in between then and stuff as well.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you had them and stuff, whatever, doing it at the same time. Who was working at the same time? Whose catalog is showing the same circa 1996, circa 1997, circa 1998? That's the same time.
Yeah.
Nelly and Luda. 2000, circa 2000 for their first album and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's the realm. I'm a fan of women coming together because, I feel like women, my opinion, they get kind of catty and they don't acknowledge each other and stuff on some type of things and stuff, whatever, right? Nicki acknowledged she's doing this pose. Nicki had a fat cat too, by the way, because she had a stripe type of thong. That's just me. That's just a pervert in me.
I haven't seen it.
You didn't see it? I can pull it up. Like, ain't no problem that Wi-Fi can't solve.
I haven't seen it yet.
I'll pull it up for you, but
we'll get to it later.
No, that was later. Fuck later. We're here in the now. Let's live in the now. But that's what I'm saying. Like, Nicki acknowledged that she did the thing and stuff for Kim, and Kim wasn't a fan. She's biting her style. I'm like, but you stop rapping. We haven't heard shit from you.
Yeah.
We haven't heard shit from you and stuff, whatever, right? So I was like, you know what? That's fucked up. But I'm like, you know what? Nevertheless, no homage was like.
But again, we're
agreeing
we're agreeing that women are catty, right? And also, along that perspective, if I'm Little Kim, I'm looking at it at 2 ways, right? Yeah, you can say you're paying homage to me, right? And maybe you are, right? But then again, I could possibly be thinking that, you know what? You're doing it for the same reason that I did it for. That whole shock value. And what you're really doing right now is that's who's that on
the right?
Right. Yeah.
It's called Nicki Minaj.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I remember that.
That cat look kind of fat.
Yeah, I remember.
That cat kind of fat. So
Okay. All right. Look at that Nicki Minaj picture. Look at that Nicki Minaj picture.
Right. I'm enjoying the Nicki Minaj photo.
How many squats did she do from there to get to the ass that she got now?
I don't really care about squats right now, so fuck you and your squats.
I'm just saying.
Maybe 10,000. Maybe 10,000.
Should have to do quite a few.
And eat a lot of McDonald's to go with it.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it. I like I said, like I get it. But I feel like women need to stop this catty shit. They need to do more come together shit. When we do our little post for International Women's Day and everything like that, we try to highlight like, yo, y'all need to stand together and band together and everything like that, whatever, right? Like, in your eyes, can a bad chick respect another bad chick?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
If they walk into a room, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Hell no.
Yeah, I think so. I think
women dress for other women. You know that, right?
I think a bad chick can look at another bad chick and acknowledge that she's bad, but still think she's better.
Half and half. Half and half. The reason I say half and half because
I've been around women who've given other women compliments.
But
so it's not
that's what I'm saying. That's you. Yes, we're not discrediting that, but that's what I'm saying. On a majority and stuff, whatever. I don't think that's possible. I'll poll that fucking question.
Yeah, but then you'll have some ball players that, you know what I mean, look at another ball player, know that they're good, but still say they're trash. I think that's subjective. It depends on who the person is. I don't think all bad chicks look at other bad chicks and just say to them and say, nah, she ain't bad or not. Like, I think there's bad chicks out there and say, yeah, she bad. I might be bad at, but you know what? I'm acknowledging she a bad bitch.
And it's the acknowledgement and on the respect level. That's the thing and stuff, whatever. That doesn't happen that often and stuff, whatever, that I see from women. Because like I said, the majority of women, see, I want to say a few women you've probably been around, they're probably in a realm and stuff, whatever, they can respect and acknowledge another woman and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But the majority, no. Because the majority find fault in other women.
I don't know. I think now with this whole this Me Too, this whole women's upliftment movement, I think there's a lot of women now are trying to making a better effort. Because I agree with you. I agree with you. There was at one point
before, but okay.
There was at one point where, you know what I mean, women always put each other against each other as far as competition is concerned. Right. But I think now there's more of a movement where they're more trying to acknowledge each other as you know, opposed to trying to, I wouldn't say necessarily put each other down, but not acknowledge each other. And not all of them are going to be like that. A lot of them are still going to be catty, and a lot of them still think they top shit and better than somebody else.
Okay. All right, let's go move on to the next. Rapper Lil Boosie admits that he lets grown women give oral and have intercourse to his 12-year-old son, or his son when he's 12 at a time, and his nephew. Your thoughts on this?
Is that like a rites of passage type of thing?
It has to be. It has to be a rite of passage and stuff, whatever. Because think about it. Like I look at it. It has to be a rite of passage and stuff, whatever. Because it's kind of like your father now is telling you, "Huh? What? You're still a virgin?
Yeah.
Not for long. This will make you a man." That's rite of passage, right?
Yeah.
Like in the Native American time, we take you hunting,
right?
You know, this is the rite of passage. Would you do this rite of passage for your son?
Nah. I would.
Why not?
I think that because in a traditional sense, I probably wouldn't consider it a rite of passage, because when we look at things, right, when we look at things from a traditional sense, right, a rite of passage, right, when you're becoming, let's say you're becoming a man,
okay,
right? There's things that are put in place that are in preparations for that day. Like, I mean, they're prepping you for that day, and it's more
manscaping.
And it's more than just other.
They didn't watch a few pornos. These preparation for the day. Okay, continue.
All right, so okay, well, you say okay, so let's go there then, right? You're going to get to this point with your son where you're gonna, you know, hire him, you know, whatever you hire him to give him oral and to, you know what I mean, get the business popping off, right? Okay. You're grooming him for that day. You going to teach him how to manscape?
There's YouTube videos for that.
So you'll send it. So you send them to YouTube, because I'm saying this is what I'm saying. We're looking at it from the point of
Step by step, the father is
getting you to the point where
okay.
So you're gonna have to show them this. This is not.
I was changing his diaper before.
This is not a YouTube video thing.
I was changing his diaper before.
This is a preparation to manhood.
I mean, like, all right, boss, look, man, look here.
Yeah.
As your father, I'm gonna let you know and stuff, whatever. That like, yo, it has to look appealing before she can put her lips to peel on your banana peel. Okay? So
you gonna show him how to groom?
If need be, yes. I'm that father.
You're gonna be that father?
I am that father.
You know, right now.
Right now.
You've just said you're gonna be that father to show him how to groom in a Me Too time where they're gonna try and say to you, ew, that's not appropriate for even a father to be looking at his son.
So who's supposed to help my son manscape?
Your son is supposed to.
Who's supposed to help my son manscape?
Your son is supposed to.
Who's supposed to help my son manscape?
Who helped you manscape?
Pornos.
Okay, so then
that's not a way to go.
Your son.
That's not a way to go.
Your son is supposed to learn manscaping.
That's not a way to go.
But I'm asking. And that's what I'm saying. So the rite of passage, right? The rite of passage, because even before we said all of that, you mentioned porno, right?
Right.
So the rite of passage. What I'm
I was talking about not for the manscape. I was talking about to lead up to the Boosie type of thing.
Right. But if he's leading up to the Boosie type of thing, right. If we're looking at a manscape, he shouldn't need portals. It should be taught by you. You should be saying, son. You should be saying, son. Right. Sit down here.
Right.
Me and LaShonda, I just hired her to show you how it's done.
I don't want to be a minute man in front of my son. I don't want to set a precedent in his eyes.
You don't want to set a precedent.
No, because what if LaShonda got that wet?
You're gonna get trained actors to do your job.
Yeah, like, all right, this is amateur Susie. This is amateur Michael. Commence.
I'm gonna let my son discover it like how he should discover it.
Which is on pornos, which is very bad, which is the not proper way of teaching. How is he supposed to discover it? He's
going to discover it on his own time, at his own pace.
Be a minute man in today's time where these girls shame on the internet and your son might be in a level and stuff where he gets shamed that he doesn't want to go back to school, possibly commit suicide.
You're only assuming that he's going to be a minute man.
This is deep.
You're only assuming he's going to be a minute man. I don't have that assumptions. I wasn't a minute man when I first started.
The first time you had sex?
No, I wasn't a minute man.
How long you went when the first time you had sex?
I went a while because...
Define a while. Give me the time.
Jeez, okay. If I really must think about it...
I went 6 minutes.
Well, then...
6. VCR time was there. And that's right. Back then, it was VCRs for me. And it was 6 minutes. I was looking like, damn. In the movies, it was like 20 minutes a scene.
I was in my bedroom. I didn't have no clocks. But I damn know for sure, it wasn't no minute. It was more than 10. At least that. So... I'm not looking.
Those minutes are subjective, folks.
I'm not looking for my son to start off and say, "Yo, he gonna be." Listen, he gonna get to where he needs to get to when he gets to. Just like I got to where I got to when I needed to.
But you could have had proper training. You could have had proper guidance and stuff for it. You could have been the best of the best. You could never been here. You could have probably, like Lil Kim said, bitches suck high to get to the top. You could have used your cock to get to the top. You could have been here with Mackenzie Bezos.
I could have, but guess what? I also could have probably not have been ready and probably want to do this just because my father's making me do it. I don't know. I don't know what the...
That's very valid.
I don't know
I can give you that.
I don't know what's going on.
So, absolutely. I can give you that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, where Boosie and stuff... I think where Boosie went wrong... Yeah. Besides snitching on his goddamn self. But I think where Boosie went wrong stuff in my eyes and stuff is that, like, if his son said he was ready... Right. Then it's a different story and stuff. Whatever. He imposed his readiness on his son. Yes, yes. I had a guy friend and stuff. Whatever. I have a guy friend and stuff. Whatever. I think he said he lost his virginity and stuff at like 9. At 9, he had sex with a girl who was like 12, and he said he felt like it was time because he's like he always heard about it and everything like that. Right. He heard older people talk and stuff with it. So he said he thought 9 was thing. I think 9 is super young for me. Oh. I think 9 is. I don't even know if you have a wet dream.
I can tell you for sure at the age of 9, my mind was on cartoons playing outside. Yeah. And maybe thinking that she looks cute, but probably nothing more than that.
Nah, 9 I was playing.
Because 9, what grade are you in when you're 9?
3.
You're in grade 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing a field.
No, I was playing house. Exactly. I was going to say you.
Okay, scratch that. Yeah. Scratch that.
All right. Take 2. But yeah,
had a little interest in girls, but I wasn't thinking that far down the
I
line.
was like, you wasn't dry humping.
But wasn't thinking that far down the line where the dry humping turned into a humping.
Let's say if you out there dry humping and stuff, and you're like, you know what? This feels great. Because like when you play house and stuff for her out there to feel, you're like, I want to be the dad. You know? And sees the mom, you're like, oh yeah, I mean to dry hump the shit out you today. And that's it. But I mean, like, when it's your time, it's your time. No one should pose that time and stuff on you. I want to say, like, parental figure wise.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. Like when I would let my son figure it out when he's ready to figure it out. I'm not, you know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean? You think
what's up?
You think little Boosie has a fear that others might get to his kids first and kind of put that whole Dwayne Wade's son mentality in him?
Absolutely.
So he's trying to combat that.
Absolutely. He said it on the live. He said, there's no Lil Nas X. We ain't raising Lil Nas X over here.
Right.
And Lil Nas X is an openly gay young man. Right. So, I mean, he said it and stuff, whatever. And the fear, you're absolutely right. It's there. Mm-hmm. Kevin Hart said that's why Kevin Hart got into shit with the whole gay community and the whole Oscars, I believe, and everything like that, whatever. Yeah. Because he said fear of having, as a father, your kid going gay. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that is a fear for some fathers and everything like that, whatever. They made peace and stuff. There's some things that's out of your control. Some things is out of your control. Some things is out of your control. Some things is out of your control. But some people and stuff don't think like that. Some people still have like a quote unquote caveman-like mentality. Right. And everything. But like I said, it's just imposed in from the parental side and everything. Because I want to say, play this. When I was 15, pushing 16, my girlfriend at the time, you know who you are, she imposed it on me. She's like, what are we doing? All we're doing was kissing and holding hands and stuff for that. I want to do some real shit. You don't want to have sex with me? And I was like, I mean... Yeah, I think I had a couple fast girlfriends in my time. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Them, if they impose it on you, yeah. Parental figures, no, that's not their realm. They should give you that space, when the time is right. Now, if my child comes to me and stuff and says, Dad, what's sex? Yeah. And be like, boy, we bought that time? All right, we have that talk. Yeah, so, I mean, and if he's like, that seemed kind of fun. And be like, wow, funny you should mention that, whatever. That's a different dance. I mean, if they're looking to come to you out of the curiosity and really need that guidance, then for sure, 100%. But to you can't send them out there with no guidance, man. Hey, to look at your son and say, you know what I mean? Son, get off of that Xbox. Roger, do bitches. They're gonna show you something new. Like, I wish my father would do that for me right now. Like, it's COVID time. If he called me up like, I got 2 chicks for you and stuff, whatever. Where they at? They ain't a problem. So, I mean, hey, I just wanted to know. I just want to know your room and stuff like that on that, whatever. Next thing to touch on and stuff, whatever we got. How far? I mean, you still want to dance? You still want to dance? Jump back real quick. Go ahead. You know what I mean? If he gonna get slack, then you can see why. Because he's getting slack for it. Is he getting slack for it? Or he's getting hella flack. Yeah, because I don't think he cannot get flack for it after the stripper, after the mom pretty much got her son strippers for the because you would have to see that coming for Lil Boosie if the way how they jumped on the moms. I think it was kind of like in that realm, right? Because that's what I'm saying. It was kind of in the realm because I think somebody told me this stuff like this is like my rumor report. Somebody told me stuff where it all kicked off from, spawned from and stuff is that Boosie was on the Breakfast Club recently during the quarantine time. Okay. So, and they were saying and stuff that like he has like tons of women and stuff like that. He's like, man, I got mad bitches and stuff around here and everything. They're like, and Breakfast Club, they record kind of early. So Boosie's rolling up a blunt. Right. So he's rolling up a blunt and they're like, yo, you're not giving a fuck, just rolling a blunt. He's like, yeah. So he's like, oh, so did you eat breakfast and stuff for that? He's like, I had pussy for breakfast. So I was like, breakfast of champions. Right. I'm like, okay, I prefer Honey Nut Cheerios. Yeah. But, breakfast of champions. A little bit more substance. Yeah, like, okay. And then he's like, so they were saying like, yo, you got all these women around and stuff and you got your kids around. And he's like, man, my kids ain't nothing strange. Ain't nothing strange and nothing new to me having multiple women and stuff in here and like, right. And like less than nothing clothes and all of the above. and then spawned
That's
from
when
there.
that's when it came in.
It spawned from there. So that's what I'm saying. Like strippers, they're women that wear less than nothing type of clothes.
Yeah.
And I still think that woman is the mother of the year. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, she's super cool.
Yeah, a lot of people would say that.
People like me.
A lot of people would say that. I don't know if everybody would agree with it, but a lot of people would say it.
All right. So let's talk about Snitch 9 real quick, whatever. You think Snitch 9 was safer in jail or safer on the road?
I think he was actually safer in jail.
Why?
Simply for the fact that if anybody's to harm him on the inside, you would probably be able to quickly find out who the person who's done it than you would on the outside, right? And I'm looking at it as if those in there, unless you're probably doing some hardcore life, you probably ain't gonna waste your time with 6ix9ine to add more years to it.
I feel like 6ix9ine is safer out here, but it's just the trolling shit he does is just putting him in hotter water and stuff for them. Because my thing and stuff is that they only kept him away from everybody else because they needed him to testify.
Right.
Well, once he's done doing his job, you and I both know and stuff, whatever, especially people of color. They give a fuck after you serve your purpose.
Right.
So they would throw him into the regular pits and stuff with the other peoples and stuff, whatever. And he'll get ate like shark food and stuff, whatever, in like a matter of like time.
Yeah.
The reason why I feel like he's safer outside and stuff for this is because look at this fucking trolling shit he's doing and stuff, whatever. And the bodyguards he gets to have access to and everything. I think I don't know if that was confirmed, but I heard that he got the deal, like he got a $10 million deal before he came out.
I think so.
And even if he spends like $1 million of that money just on year-round security and shit like that and everything, he's way different from, R.I.P. Pop Smoke.
Right.
Pop Smoke didn't have all-around security and stuff on him. Why situations, stuff like that happened. He had to move twice since his release. And he says yet to been like a person put a finger on him or videos say a finger's been on him. So I feel like he's still safer outside than he is inside.
I think right now, I think 6ix9ine is gonna either determine his livelihood being great or determine it being someone who's gonna have to look over his shoulders by the way he produces his music. Because, and I mean, with his release that just happened and his IG live, if that's any indication, then okay, he might, he might be better than having just the chance, right? But as soon as the music suffers, all those who've invested in you to make everything possible to this point where a lot of talk was probably done on your behalf for you to be able to cut a deal, the deal that you cut, right? Those saying, hey, this, that, and the third is in place. He's, a bigger power saying he's worth more to us on the outside than he is on the in, right? Once you're no longer worth it's just like you're saying, people use you for different things, right? So they're giving you that protective custody on the inside because they want the bigger fish. They don't really want you. They want the bigger fish that's involved, right? So as soon as that happens, you give them the bigger fish. There's no reason to protect you on the inside. I look at it the same way on the outside. Like a lot of things that's happening right now is happening due to the fact that somebody owns you, right? Somebody's looking to generate money off of you, right? So even when we're looking at it as him having 24-hour security, and we're saying he got 10 mil, and even if he spends $1 million out of that to protect himself, we're assuming that he has to spend anything. Because I'm looking at it as, who knows, maybe the record label's fitting the bill saying, hey, I got to make back that 10 million off of you, so I got to make sure your ass is alive, your ass stays alive.
That's an
and as long as if you're pumping that music, that's going to make me generate that, I'm good.
You're just an employee.
But as soon as you stop making that music where everybody says, "Oh, you fall to the wayside," guess what? I'm gonna drop you I'll drop anybody else. And when I drop you, guess what? That security that I've been putting up front, that's no longer there. That big house that I've been putting you up in, that's no longer there. So you gotta hope that you got enough.
You just have to be an
carry on.
employee. But you just have to be an employee.
But you gotta
That's
be
the
a
same.
good employee.
You don't have to be a good employee. You just have to be an employee, because at the end of the day, you could be a basic ass employee at a job and stuff
Right.
for that. But your job, it depends on what job you sign up for and what entails and stuff they want you to do. For all you know and stuff, whatever, they probably want part of the trolling shit and stuff from him. This young man got 2 million on his live. Okay, not even the versus battle chicks can get 2 million on their views. 2 million on his live. So if part of their thing and stuff is like, we need you to be that same troll the fuck you were before you went in, we'll provide the protection because we know you come with the views, we come with this, we know you can advertise this, and he's on there saying this watch is this and this watch is that.
Yep.
He tells it to the company, we just need you to be that employee.
Yep.
So that right there, yeah.
No, it's not what that's what I'm saying. It's like, as long as he can be that
Employee,
but
because he can't be that employee on the inside.
He still has to be that employee. He still has to be successful at being that employee, because if you're no longer generating the money, there comes a point where they're balancing the balance sheets, and if that means dropping you as an employee, they're willing to drop you as an employee.
I think you
and
should
look for the next.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's job performance is different, though.
Right.
Everybody's job performance and stuff is different. It's the same thing. I remember, side note. I remember we were talking about Dwayne Casey, coach of the Raptors.
Right.
He built the Raptors up to some great shit for the past years, but he couldn't get him past the stuff to the promised land.
Right.
And they fired him. And that's what I'm saying. Was he not a good employee for doing what he did?
He was a good employee.
It's just what the standards of whatever job and stuff, whatever they want. That's all it is.
Well,
every job and stuff wants different standards. You could be good, but they'll still let you go. But that's what I'm saying. They just want you to hold some specific standards.
And that's what I'm
saying.
And that's why I say that's what I'm saying. It's up to him. He's either gonna make himself that standard for them to keep him, or you know what I mean. He's not gonna lose everything and then just become, just as vulnerable on the streets as he would have been, as they took away the witness protection from him, or the solitary confinement from him in jail.
Do you think him calling out Snoop for being an informant and stuff, whatever, is legit? If Suge Knight said that Snoop was an informant and Snoop is calling him a snitch?
I think I don't think you could probably compare the two things.
Yeah.
Hear why I say.
Okay,
because
you're stumbling on your fucking words there.
Hear why we say, because Suge is making the allegation. We don't know for the fact. We don't know what happened in the case. This, that, and the third, right?
Mm-hmm. But this is confirmed.
We know that 6ix9ine is a snitch. We know that.
Right.
You understand? So there's no, it's hard to compare the two. It's one you're speculating versus the other where you actually know what that person is.
So you're saying he's wrong because it's just all hearsay.
Yeah, it's all hearsay. Like, you can't prove that in the court. But here it is. You went to court as the snitch.
Boy, I don't even know who got those fucking statements and put that bitch on the internet. I think the court stenographer and everything and stuff is the one you know what? This is what I typed up in that jury.
Yo.
So they had his ass. They had him dead to rights.
You know what I mean? It is what it is.
They had him dead to rights and stuff like that on there. I was not mad, but then again, this is what the world works out to be.
But I mean, even when we were talking about it last week and we were discussing the whole thing of him being able to say, grab 2 million, and I was saying, wow, times is different, and then I was kind of pinning it on this, not even not even the generation, but those who are now adhering to the genre itself, right? So I was saying a lot of the suburban kids and a lot of the kids outside of the urban dwellings who are now taken to hip hop don't know anything about inner city life and inner city rules. When you pretty much explain to me, even with those within the inner city life and inner city rules, they don't necessarily abide by those rules because it's something that's wasn't reinforced in maybe their particular generation or time. And I thought about that and I was like, okay, I can understand now why it would just not be regulated to those who are now coming into the genre, but also those who are in these inner cities.
Pop culture, man. Hip hop is pop culture, whether anybody likes it or not.
Yeah.
Hip hop is pop culture.
Been so for quite a while.
Exactly. Hip hop is pop culture and stuff for her. That's one thing. Two, if you have set OG, say if you're my pops and stuff like that, you're locked up in prison. You're supposed to teach me stuff, death before dishonor, snitches get stitches and all that type of shit, but you're locked up and stuff and everything. My mom don't take me to see you and stuff for that. What the fuck are you supposed to teach me?
Yeah.
And then if I'm just left with the wolves and stuff for her that don't know anything and stuff, the blind leading the blind, what do you expect greatness from me?
Yeah.
So that's where it comes to and stuff and everything like that, right? So I mean, I guess that's our way of etiquette or like our world or our realm and stuff, whatever we've come from.
Yeah.
And you can't stop expecting you from other people. So say the sun.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm saying. And like it's gonna come out to play like that and stuff, whatever, 1,000 times over. This not the first, and it's not gonna be the last. You know, like a case like John Gotti.
Yeah.
You know, black people, we love our mafia shit, whatever, right? So I mean, people who don't know John Gotti and stuff, and now they probably hear the name and they probably go look up John Gotti. They're like, oh, there's a snitch, but they're like, oh, but he wasn't black,
right?
And that doesn't quantify and stuff for them. Like, no, pop culture,
yeah,
and snitch,
yeah.
Use that as your reference,
yeah.
6ix9ine, rainbow color hair kid, and snitching,
yeah.
He's pop culture, no matter what. Okay,
yeah.
So that be that, whatever. Let me ask you some shit, whatever, right? You know, everybody's putting on the quarantine 15. They getting out here fat. You know, you put on
I
some?
think I put on a few myself. It's all right. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be back to work on Tuesday.
Oh, so you'll be taking them steps, getting them steps.
Get back into it.
But I think you good. I think you look good. Whatever. You know what?
You know what? I can tell you, I feel relaxed, and I think it's just not the everyday hustle and bustle. Just a lot of time to just catch up on some work.
Slow down.
And slow down.
Yeah,
and slow down. So I'm actually not mad at going back, because I think at this point now the body needs to be more mobile, get into the groove and so forth. That so I don't mind it.
Do you think it's right for people to draw a correlation with weight with someone's happiness? Lil Wayne said this in a song, Money on My Mind. They tell me I'm getting weight. They tell me I'm gaining weight. I tell them I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
And there's, in the African culture and stuff, I don't want to speak for all African culture, but there's African cultures and stuff where a plus-size woman means stature.
Okay.
Right? A plus-size person and stuff with her, because I guess maybe food might be kind of scarce in that neck of the woods.
Yes.
So because this person is like, they're able to eat and live well like that, whatever,
right,
they're considered wealthy people.
Yeah.
Right? So do you see somebody and stuff, whatever, like, wealthy, living good, and like putting on weight, whatever, is that good to you? Or is that bad?
I don't know if I have a view on it either or. I guess simply because I know that it's not a necessarily true statement. Like, you have fat poor people, right? And you have skinny rich people. So the fact that
skinny rich people pay a personal trainer for
they
that.
pay a personal trainer. So the fact that, you know what I mean, you put on a little weight doesn't necessarily mean that you have now more access to better food that's making you gain more weight. You actually could, be one of those people who eat because that's some sort of relief to them.
You eat because you're happy?
You eat because you're happy, or you could be eating because
that's some fat bastard shit, though.
You could, some people eat as a form of comfort. So if you're sad and you're trying to comfort yourself, some people go in the fridge for ice cream.
So
can you imagine if you're constantly sad and you're always going into the fridge for ice cream? So that might not be good for you, and you might be gaining weight.
When you're sad, do you eat?
No, I don't eat when I'm sad.
You're depressed? You don't eat?
Nah, I think I'm the opposite when I'm sad.
Me too.
I don't feel like eating. But like I said, to each his own. It's subjective. So that's why I can't really say that person gained a lot of weight. Oh, they must be living good and they must be eating that. right? And on a similar note, that person, they lost a lot of weight. They must be fretting about something, right? Like they're always so.
But and that's what it always comes down to.
Always comes to something else, right? But
it always comes down to and stuff, because like the thing and stuff is that most of the masses of the people who don't have a fucking law degree are quick to judge somebody for what they look like instead of getting the story or getting the context on what and what is what, because hyperthyroid is a thing, hypothyroid is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they could be gaining weight because of medical purposes, or they could be losing weight extreme on some medical purposes and stuff, whatever too. But the fact that they know set amount about a person, they just automatically try to correlate the two and stuff.
It's like my boy Swift the other day. He's changed his diet, right? So he no longer eats before 3 p.m. He eats between 3 and 8 p.m., right? He says he doesn't eat before that, he doesn't eat after that. So he's been eating a lot of kale, a lot of this, that, and stuff like that. So he's lost a lot of weight because of his diet.
Okay.
Right? Said he ran into a girl the other day. She's like, boy, oh, you look so skinny. Oh, yeah, fretball things. Is like automatically she's jumping to the assumption that he fretting over things, and this is what's making him so skinny.
So I would respond like, yeah, you didn't cut me that check yet, whatever. When you send that check, trust me, we'll smash together.
But it's just like you saying, people like to judge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And based off what they think they may know about you, a lot of times that's what they're basing it, that's what they're going off of.
Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. Like my thing, I'm myself, I don't look at a person and stuff, whatever, and just automatically situate the two, because like I said, because I'm looking at it from a medical point of view first.
Yeah.
And anything else, and if I know you or something like that, whatever, then it should be a different story. Like if you tell me you put on little pounds and stuff, whatever, from the quarantine 15, that's okay. Because you were home chilling. You can't walk outside like that without possibly getting a damn bylaw ticket and stuff and all the above. So these things kind of come with it and stuff. Now you have those other people who are, I don't want to say proactive. I want to say they have a little more leisure time on themselves.
Right.
Where they could be like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to just work out through this whole thing and stuff like that and everything. But like, cool. You know, to each his own. But you got to get the context and stuff behind everything and stuff, whatever. If your woman don't got a problem with it and stuff, whatever, then you're good. Or your partner, to those who are listening. Whatever.
You're good.
You're good.
Yeah.
Would you lose weight if your woman told you to lose weight? That's a hard pause. That's a pregnant pause.
Yeah, I will, because I'm always on the fence that
ass up.
You should do things for yourself. You really shouldn't do anything for anybody else. Right?
No, but you seem like you want to please her.
Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
I remember watching this talk show one time, right? I don't know if it was Jerry Springer or one of them, right? Mm-hmm. This guy, he was on there with his wife. Mm-hmm. And he was basically saying, I think it's the similar thing. You know what I mean? When he met his wife, she was a size 2, you know what I mean? Curvy, curvaceous, this, that, and the third, right? They got married, and I don't know if it's because she had kids or whatever, she's no longer the size 2 and so forth like that. Right? So he says he finds himself not as attracted to her as he once was, right?
Right.
And if you're not a person who finds, a woman with extra weight attractive, then you can see why that would make sense, right? So he was like,
he couldn't fuck her in the dark. Is it just me?
I don't know.
Okay,
what it was. But he took a standpoint. He was at the standpoint where he would like her to try to lose the weight to try and get back to where she was.
But that's an expression of her. A couple that works out together stays healthy together or some shit like that.
Well, I mean,
I heard a lot of those together lines.
I mean,
like
he looked like he was in shape. So obviously, he kept with himself, or maybe he didn't have to do whatever.
Genetics or some shit.
It could be genetics.
Yeah.
It could be she put on the weight for after having children, like I said, right? Mm. So he was just saying, he was just being real and saying, I don't physically feel attracted to her, right? Mm. And then
the audience they booed the shit out of him.
The audience went in on him, booed him, this, that, and the third. It didn't help that his wife was on stage crying.
He's fighting with his wife right now.
It didn't help that his wife was on stage crying, right? But then I'm saying to myself, well, shit. I mean, if he fell in love with his wife for a specific set of reasons, right?
For the ass and titties.
Then all of a sudden that changed, right? Does he now have a right to not, not love her, or is he supposed to love her unconditionally at this point? Because now we're going back to my wife saying, would I lose my weight for my wife? But should I have to, or should she love me unconditionally?
She got a type, man. She got a type.
Well, she's got a type, and if I was once her type, then I should be able to see the fact why she may be saying that. But at the same time, the improvement shouldn't be for her. It should be for me. It should be because I feel like I need to get myself in shape. I need to lose weight and so forth like that. And if she says, hon, you put a lot of weight and so forth like that and this, that, and the third, and I can look at myself and say, yo, I agree. I mean, and I would like to be someone who you fell in love with. I would like to resemble that person once again.
Right.
So now I'm not only doing it for you, but I'm doing it for me because I want to be that person.
But she was the motivational factor, though.
But sometimes we know it. Sometimes we need that motivational factor, though.
And that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if fat shaming is really a bad thing because that might be a motivational key.
It might be a motivational thing, right? And like I said, again, if she wants me to do it, right? Mm-hmm. That's how I'm gonna probably think. That's probably how I'm gonna take it. I'm probably gonna say, you know what, you're right. I'm looking at myself. I did let myself go. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna start exercising.
So technically, you did lose weight for your partner then.
But you also did it for yourself. It might have started.
The benefit is for you.
Listen,
because you also did it for her.
The benefit may be for her, and you did it for yourself. It benefits her because she wanted it.
So you're just trying to swindle management an answer out
you
of this bitch.
You gotta swindle management.
You
put it
slippery fucker.
Put it in your favor. Because can always be about her. It gotta be about.
I look at it stuff as that. Would I lose weight for a partner and stuff, whatever? The question is yes. I feel the same way and stuff, whatever, like how set person stuff feels stuff.
Right.
There's certain things and stuff, whatever, you have the power over, and there's certain things you don't have the power over and everything like whatever, right? But I feel like this is you're with a solid one. When you're with a solid one, they know some factors and stuff that kind of like are just going to be the new constant or the new norm.
Right.
And they have to normalize and stuff, whatever, that. Because other than that and stuff, whatever, what did you fall in love with me with?
Right.
If you fell in love with me and stuff over my looks, I might be bald in the next 10 years.
Might be, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the wrinkles might set in. Certain things, stuff, whatever might go and everything like that, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But if you fell in love with me and stuff, whatever, from other things that I do, or, my words and the way how I treat you and stuff like that, whatever, yeah, that's a small thing to a giant.
Yeah.
So it depends, stuff, whatever, whether the person fall in love with you and stuff with and everything like whatever. Now, if you tell me, I need you to lose some weight. Why? Because I can't ride your dick the same way. Oh, I'm doing 10 million ab crunches and stuff that day. And then I'm going to do another set too the following day. I got to heal and stuff, whatever. Yeah. So hopefully you should be able to ride the baloney pony within the end of the week.
Yeah, well.
So, like I said, for your partner and stuff, whatever, what was Stevie Wonder? For your love, I would do anything. You're damn right.
You gotta be in it for yourself as well. I mean, because I'm thinking
you don't like sex.
But I was just about to.
You don't like sex?
But I was just about to say. I was just about to say. Was her motivation really? Was it really that you want her to get to that groove?
Yes.
Or is it because you really need that groove to be gotten to?
I need that groove to be gotten to. It's gonna be, baby, so then, you put on some weight. Be like, when you were slimmer, remember the time when you were a little bit slimmer? I used to ride that dick all night. You be like, that ain't a problem.
So it's for
that
her.
Ain't a problem. Slim fast.
So it's for her, but it's really for you.
To an extent.
Yes, yeah.
To an extent. Your silver lining punk ass. Yo, let's get to the question of the week real quick. Question of the week is, do you bite your tongue when it comes to someone asking you for your opinion?
Nah.
Aha!
Nah.
You don't.
Nope.
Baby, do I look fat in this dress?
If you look fat in that dress, I'm gonna tell you look fat in that dress. I will probably say this raw. I'll probably maybe say something like it doesn't flatter you.
What do you mean by that, honey?
Meaning it doesn't flatter you. It doesn't like it makes you look.
Be serious. I'm being serious. Can you put it in words that I can understand?
It makes you look bigger than you.
Are you trying to talk over my head? I definitely trying to talk over my head. You're trying to think you're better than me?
Look bigger
you know
than
what?
you.
Fuck you. Sleep on the couch.
Bigger than you.
That's what
really
you gonna
are.
start right there. That's the shit you gonna start right there.
If you can't handle the truth,
don't
ask the questions. Now,
I hope your wife doesn't hear this podcast, by the way.
if you put on something that's more flattering to you, like I know you can, then you wouldn't have to ask me this question because you also know you look good in that. There's obviously something in your mind making you ask me that question.
You know what? She want to look good for you.
Oh,
Partner.
but she always gonna look good for me.
Do you always do it BIG for your woman, or you just do some things for you?
No, I rarely do things for me. I'm a selfless person, man, when it comes to me.
That's your superhero fake ass.
I'm a selfless person when it
So
comes to me.
you sit in your house all goddamn day.
Mm-hmm.
And you know for a fact your woman likes to see you in like a button-up, suspenders, or a suit and everything like that. But you just feel comfortable lounging around in your fucking robe and stuff, whatever. And she's like, wow, I like how you just look like that for the quarantine. And you know how she looks. You're not going to doll it up, spruce it up for her.
But this is the thing. My wife wouldn't want me to look like that. So
she wouldn't want you to look like that.
She don't mind how I look. So if I'm sitting down in my living room in a pair of jogging pants, a beat up t-shirt with holes in it, she ain't gonna care.
Folks, we're gonna get his wife on this podcast one of these days.
She gonna tell you the same thing. You know we A alike.
Yeah.
You know we A alike. She gonna tell you the same thing.
We're gonna get Mrs. Not Travis Joseph on this thing.
It's not gonna matter to her how I present myself as long as I'm there. That's all she's gonna care about.
I think you're wrong. I think that my thing is I don't know her to that level like how you know her, but I think that everybody has a preference and stuff for how certain things and stuff and certain people they like and stuff. Like there's certain things
I'm not saying that there's probably not a particular look that she likes to see me in, right? But she's not gonna be mad if she don't see me.
I'm not saying she's gonna be mad, but I'm just saying she's looking like she hasn't seen that look in like forever, and you're okay with whatever your look. It's kind of like your woman, so she gets in from work and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
She throws on joggers, doobie wrap, and she probably put like a mud mask on.
Right.
So she just rock a mud mask and everything.
Right.
You don't find that attractive and everything and stuff like that. Every day for 366 in a leap year, she does that when she comes home or something like that, whatever, and settle in and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
You're not gonna mention it?
But that's not gonna bother me though, Marv.
But you don't like how she looks like that.
No, but why would you think I don't like how she looks like that? It's not that I would not like how she looks like that. Yes, I know what my wife looks done up, right? But if she's coming home from a hard day of work, right? And she just wants to just be herself, relaxed and lounge. I don't care how you look being yourself, relaxed and lounge.
All right, cool.
That's gonna be you. I know when we're ready to go out now, you gonna doll yourself up and you're gonna look like the hottest thing that you can.
No, I feel like, but I don't. I call bullshit on it because I don't feel like you don't always have to go out to get dolled up.
You don't.
Like we can be in the house as a couple and we can just say this is our night and you get dolled up and everything.
You
and
don't
just
always
chill.
have to go out to get dolled up. I agree with you 100%. But it would be something like that where we're saying to ourselves, you know what? Tonight's the night we're gonna stay and we're gonna have dinner. Let's doll up ourselves. And let's get it done. But I'm not going to look at her and say, every day you come home and you put on that damn stupid mud mask, those jogging pants. And nah, let loose, be you. You have a hard day at work, man.
So what about a friend now? Like a friend asks you for, they're venting to you. They're venting to you and stuff about, like, I vent to you and stuff about why Tyra Banks won't call me back and stuff and everything. When I DM
she
her
don't like you.
and everything like
she don't want you, Marv. I'm sorry.
How do you know that?
She call you back?
How do you know that? What does she like the thing? What she put a heart emoji and stuff, and I show you the heart emoji in the DM.
Friend zone.
You're fucked up. You need to hold your opinion.
She call you back?
You need to hold your opinion.
Did she call you back?
Bite your fucking tongue, nigga. Bite your tongue.
Heart.
Oh, That's how she did it too?
That she did.
All right, man. Let's wrap this up, man. Let's get to the Ask the Sons, man. Ask the Sons. The first one comes from Jamaica Mike. How many dates do you have to have before a woman can walk in on you taking a shit? I'm gonna say, if we're saying dates,
Yeah.
15,000.
Yeah, because you know, I think for me, we'd have to be past the realm of dating at that point.
Yo, y'all know I take deuces in the dark and everything like that. I need to be by my goddamn self. I need to, force these logs out and everything. I don't want no one to come in there.
Listen.
Hey, babe, what do you want to go for Christmas?
Listen,
fuck you. Wait till I'm done.
Up to this day.
To this day,
I wait for my wifey to come out of the washroom to go drop my deuce. And if we're in the washroom together, she looking at me like, what are you waiting for? I'm like, I'm waiting for you to leave.
Leave, yeah.
I like to it's my sanctuary. Yes. It's my peace at this moment. I like to be by myself. One with my thoughts and my deuces.
Okay. She doesn't want to be one with her thoughts. Do you go in there? She's like, all right. She's taking a shit with the door cracked. I don't know. Some people take shit with the door cracked open. That's beyond me.
I'm the only person in my house now closing the damn door.
Oh, you're the only one that closed the door? I shut the damn door, period. So, okay. She's dropping the deuce stuff for her. She's trying to have a full-out conversation to you and stuff. She's like, hey, guess who I ran into today? Dunk? And she going at it. And then you're like, she's like, I can't hear you. Come in here. Do you go in?
And I'll be like, I'll wait till you finish. I'll wait till you finish.
Yo, I'm not about that life.
I think the first time couples ever get that chance of hearing each other even just drop a deuce is the first vacation that you take together.
You're absolutely fucking true.
I think that's the first time because here you are now. You're in a room.
That's not your home. That's not her home.
Exactly. The washroom is right there. It's never in a situation where it's up the stairs. It's around the corner. It's right there. Right. So I think that's the first time where you're gonna have to say to yourself, all right, at some point during this trip, this vacation, she gonna shit. I'm gonna shit. She gonna fart. I'm gonna fart. And we just gonna have to laugh it off and drink with the drinks. It's gonna happen.
There's this hotel, whatever. I'm not even gonna give them the name and stuff like that, whatever. But these dirtbags, their washrooms are not shit friendly. They're seductive friendly, but they're not shit friendly.
Right, okay.
What I mean by that and stuff is kind of like in the hotel and stuff, whatever, they have like one of those kind of like see-through washrooms. You can kind of, you can look at the partner taking a little seductive shower.
Right.
But when it comes to the deuce and everything, she gonna see through your shit and she gonna see you shitting, whatever, right? And I went to Niagara and stuff with her ex, and I was debating and stuff with her because I like to take my deuce in the dark.
Right.
I can't be in the dark in this situation and stuff, whatever, right? And I was debating, I was sweating. I'm like, yo, you know what? Since I'm a light sleeper, she a heavy sleeper, I'm gonna set an alarm. I literally set an alarm just to take a shit. I set the alarm to take a shit like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm waking up early on my day off on my vacation just to take a shit without this girl.
So you can shit in peace?
Yeah, because I needed to, you're going out and about Niagara, you're eating food here to and fro and everything.
When I went to Miami with my homies,
yeah.
It was like 3 guys, 3 girls. And the whole time, like from we were gone to play, we're like, yo, how are we gonna shit around these girls?
This is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. This is the point where most people find themselves shitting around another partner's vacation because you can't escape it.
Shit in the Denny's. Denny's is 24 hours, man. Find a Denny's.
To the lobby, to the washroom in the lobby.
Washroom lobbies, restaurants,
shit in the Denny's. There's 24 hours. If there's no Denny's there, you're in the wrong destination. Facts. Yo, that's right, man. Next question comes from It's Now or Never 99. Which fictional character desperately needs to see a shrink? there's too much to name, but SpongeBob is the first one to come to mind.
SpongeBob, the first one that comes to mind.
SpongeBob, that boy, he's on something. He's on something without being on something.
I'm gonna say the father on Rick and Morty. What's his name again? Is it
Jerry.
Jerry needs a shrink.
Jerry needs he needs everything. Guidance counselor. Yo, Jerry needs Jerry needs a fucking. He needs help.
Jerry need help, bro.
Yo, but there's tons of lists now. If you bring out like Jerry, Peter Griffin need one too though.
Peter Griffin, I think he kind of need one, but you were gonna have a hard time getting into one. You might be able to convince Jerry because that family around Jerry, that's enough to drive anybody nuts.
They're fucked up. So okay, let me see from a TV show. Think about another TV show like non-animated show.
So a TV show.
I'm gonna say TV show. I'm gonna look at what's that shit called? Fuck. Tommy. R.I.P. Tommy.
Okay. Yeah.
He was in denial for the longest.
He was in denial.
Yeah, he's unemployed. Anything. He's kosher and stuff. That nigga needed to sit down. That character needed to sit down.
It's funny that you said Tommy because I was thinking about the white version of Tommy.
Which who?
George Costanza.
Yeah.
He in denial too.
Facts. Last question comes from Calling Sarah. What's the first movie that made you cry? I got John Q. John Q came out before Man on Fire, right? Man on Fire came out after.
Yeah.
So John Q. I never cried on Lion King, and I know tons of people cried on Lion King, and I got shamed. They didn't fat shame me. They cry shamed me.
They cry shamed you?
They cry shamed me.
You don't have no soul?
They said I was soulless and stuff, whatever.
You're not compassionate enough?
I was like, I was compassionate, but I'm like, yo, he came back. He didn't want to talk to his dad.
Yeah, I shed a tear at John Q. I'm trying to think of when was John Q again? What year was that?
I think remember? That's probably like 2000, 2001.
Trying to think.
And then Man on Fire was probably like 2003. I believe it was around that circa time, that circa era time and stuff, whatever.
Yeah, you're cold stone if you're stone cold if you watch John Q and you didn't shed a tear.
You'll be surprised if you got people like me not crying off Lion King. Did you cry off Lion King?
Nah, I don't think I cried off Lion King. Nah.
Okay, good for you. Yeah. Good for you. Man, the fuck up out here. These people.
Lion King. Yeah.
Yo, they came from my neck.
Really?
They came from my neck.
Lion King. They came at you?
Mm-hmm. It's all good. All right, man. Let's hit them off with So Say the Suns. So Say the Suns this week. Use courage to turn one day into day one. So Say the Suns. I always feel like a lot of people and stuff always like, one day I'll go to the gym. No, just be like day one at the gym. Like, make that effort, make that step, whatever. One day I'll be able to drive that car and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Save your money and stuff, whatever. And then be like, this is day one of you getting that new car. Take the courage. Just use the courage and stuff, whatever, to make it happen.
Yeah. That's always thought.
You gotta take that first plunge. The first cut is the deepest?
Yeah, I was about to say that's always the biggest setback with a lot of people is the start. Mm-hmm. They just, they have so much problem just even starting, right? And then you have others who can start, but don't know how to finish.
That's another podcast.
That's another podcast?
Yo,
that's another podcast.
Bruh?
That's another podcast. You're right. But yeah.
That's it. We good? We got a little mentions and stuff for them. You got a little church announcements and stuff before we slide off?
No, we're working on a few things that's, it's gonna be, it's exciting. So
we're doing the ones and twos. You guys do subscribe to the YouTube and stuff and everything and stuff. And see Smooth and his church mouse ass sit there like a Mother Teresa bootleg.
That's what we do.
And that's it.
Like us, love us, share us on all social media platforms, wherever you listen to the show, whatever streaming service you subscribe to us, and share. And like I said, we're working on a few things.
Oh yeah, and people who's out there, be safe. And I know a lot of states and a lot of cities, a lot of places around the world are reopening
Starting to open up now.
Just be safe out there, and hand washing is a must. All right. That's it. Once again, thank you for listening to Podical Sons. Remember the difference between genius and stupidity. A genius has its limits. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.